Hey guys, it's Lorraine with Vintage Hippie Shop, and I wanted to do a what sold video today. This is from my eBay store, which is brand name closet, brand name, and then an asterisk and closet. I'll leave the link below. And I've never done a video like this, but I found this cool app, so I thought I'd give it a try. eBay sales from March 1st to March 10th. I'm not a huge eBay seller. I have 350 something items listed in the store, and I'm working hard every day to build that number up. The more items I have in my store, the more I seem to sell. So, like I said, I'm not a huge eBay seller, but I am doing the best I can and working my butt off to try and get this eBay thing to be a new part-time job for me. So here we go with the first item. I went to a Salvation Army 50% off sale. So I got these new Arthur Court Whimsical Aluminum Butterfly Salt and Pepper Shakers. They were new in the box. The lid was missing, but they were brand new and still wrapped in plastic. They're beautiful, and I paid $2.50 for them. When I brought them home, I found out that they were worth much more than $2.50. So that made me very happy. I listed them and they sold the next day. I had an offer for $35 and I accepted the offer, but I realized that I had accidentally offered free shipping. So I had to honor that. Didn't make as much money as I could have, but still I made a really good profit on these, and they were really pretty. I've never seen any salt and pepper shakers like that. The next thing I sold was a Port Merion Potteries England tiled cheese board. It had a wire cutter. I believe it was vintage. I don't know how old it was though. It was in really good shape. I think I paid $2.50 for this as well, and sold it for $14.99 plus shipping. Printer ink. That is something that you can always consider if you can find it for a good price. HP sells the best, and then I would say Epson next. This was a box of ink that wasn't complete, so I sold cartridges separately. I don't remember how much I paid for the whole box, but obviously I didn't make a lot of money on this particular cartridge. It sold for $3.99 plus shipping. The next thing I sold was this cool Tommy Bahama backpack tote. It had a drawstring with a pretty tropical print. I think it mentioned Hawaii on the patch. I had it for about 6 months, but since we're getting closer to summer, I did take a best offer of $13.99 plus shipping. Prana. Prana is a brand that's for outdoors activities and yoga. So it's been a good brand for me. I sell it quite often. This was a men's long sleeve shirt, extra large. It seems the larger sizes sell better for me, and I don't know if I took a best offer on this or not. I think I did, because I usually don't price my things right at even dollars. So this sold for $14 plus shipping. The Territory Ahead is another brand. I think it's more of a vintage brand, but all my Territory Ahead men's clothing sells. So this was an extra large. It was vintage, sorry about that. Kind of a boho floral look, and that is a good thing to have. And I just noticed that my picture with the doorknob. eBay has now changed where you can press an eraser and it will white out everything around your background. So that's a pretty good tool to have. You can get the lines really close to the item by using a stylus. I sell everything from my iPad, so anyway, this sold for $12, which was a best offer plus shipping. These are really, really cute by Chantel. They're baking dishes that can actually go in the oven and the dishwasher and the freezer. And I've had them for a while, but since we're getting close to Easter, they sold for asking price, which was $19.99 plus shipping. They were in good shape, and there were no chips or cracks, and I'm really happy that they are going to somebody who will love them. The next thing that sold is this beautiful vintage Imperial glass bowl. It had an opalescent edge. I read that it was from the 1930s. There was nothing wrong with it at all. No cracks, no chips, no repairs. And I only paid a couple dollars for it. I should say that I usually don't spend more than $5 for an item. So I try to keep my profits at 3 times or 4 times what I paid for it. Kind of go by that. But I also look at sold comps, of course, when I am pricing an item. But this beautiful bowl sold for $14.99 plus shipping, and I believe it got there in one piece because I know that it was received and I haven't heard from the buyer, so I hope everything was great. Here's another really pretty dish I got the same day as the dish before, and I think I only paid $2 for it. It was from Jefferson Glass Company from 1908. It's a footed bowl, and it had an opalescent edge as well. There was a small chip in the base, and there was a scratch on the bottom. So I just made sure that I noted that. And I always ship these kind of items through priority mail because you get the insurance if something breaks, and you can file a claim with the post office. So this one sold for $18.99 plus shipping. The next thing that sold was this new Avenue women's plus size black lace tank top. Now, plus sizes sell very good for me, better than regular size clothing. I think plus size women enjoy shopping from their home, and so this was an item that sold fairly quick. I don't remember what I paid for it, but like I said, it's always under $5. I think it might have been $3.50, and it sold for $14.99 plus shipping. This is a Palouse vintage postal scale. It only goes up to 5 pounds, and this was actually the eBay scale that I have used for the last 10 years. And it served me well. It was very accurate, and I just decided one day to change to a digital scale because I just thought it would be easier. I always found myself adding an ounce or two when I would weigh on this scale just to make sure that I had the right amount of postage on. So this sold for $12 plus shipping, and I did take a best offer on this. Next thing that sold is another plus size shirt, Style & Company. Kind of has that boho hippie look, and it was in great shape. It was brand new with tags. And it sold for $15.99 plus shipping. This is a decal baseball hat, and it has the earmuffs where you can flip down the sides, and they're covered with fur to keep your ears warm. A lot of farmers love them. I paid $1 for this, and it was a little dusty. I cleaned it up and used some sanitizing wipes on it, and it looked really great. And sold for $12.99 plus shipping. This was a Budweiser recent holiday mug from 2019. I got this at Salvation Army half off day, and it was $4.50, and it sold pretty quickly for $19.99 plus shipping. These were beautiful boots, naturalizer. They were genuine leather, side zip ankle boot. They were in really great shape, and I paid $2.50 at a local thrift store when they had all their $5 shoes on sale for half price. So $2.50, and I sold them for $18 plus shipping. This was a very hippie boho look flowing dress for the summer. I have had this for quite a while, I would say probably 6 months, and super cute. I paid 25 cents for it. It was on the clearance rack outside, and Ark and Company is not a designer or label that I've ever heard of. So because I got it for 25 cents, I listed it for $10.99, and it sold plus shipping. Oh, here we go. This is my favorite thing. These are vintage underwear. I have sold vintage underwear in the past. I got them at estate sales. A lot of the older people, they buy new clothing that's still wrapped up and they throw it in a drawer and forget about it. So when they end up moving on, these kind of items you can sometimes find. These were from 1984. Yes. And they were jockey briefs. I paid 50 cents for both of them at an estate sale this past weekend. And I came home from the sale, I took pictures and listed them, and then went out to pick up some dinner to bring home, and by the time I got home, they had sold. So for 50 cents, they sold for $29.99 plus shipping, and I probably could have asked for more, but I really just want to move my inventory through, and I don't always, I don't feel there's a need to get super greedy with stuff. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. But I've sold old underwear in the past, old new stock, I should say. Don't sell dirty underwear. And also I heard that new old stock socks sell even better. So I'll be keeping my eye out for those. And you all should probably do the same thing because it's really a great sale and so fast. This was just a dumb thing I did. I had these couple keychains made up as samples. I do a coloring app, and this was one of the photos that I colored, and I thought it was really pretty. And so I had a company print it on the keychain for me, and I think I might have paid like $2.50. And I mean, these things would not sell. I had them listed for, I think, $6, and then I went down to $5, and then I just listed it for $4, and I shipped it regular mail with 2 stamps on an envelope, and I hope it gets there in one piece because it's not insured. I didn't have any tracking information, and it sold for $4 plus free shipping, so I probably lost money on that deal. So don't do that. These shirts, they came from a Dollar Tree store, and I bought them all that were available. They were 3 different designs. This one, straight up Mama's Boy, and then another one, 2 others. And they're on black. They're for babies, and they're for toddler age. And I paid $1 for them, and I've sold several of them now for $5.99 plus shipping. Not, it's not a huge profit. I'm beginning to think that I will start picking things up that are more profitable so that I don't just keep listing items where it's a lot of work for very little profit. This was by Unggi. Once again, another boho hippie looking shirt. These styles are really in right now. I know because I'm kind of an old hippie and I like it. So this was a lace embroidered top, really, really pretty, and it was in great shape. I think I paid $2.50 for this, and it sold for $11 plus shipping. These were wonderful. I got them this past weekend for $1. I bought 2 sets, and I've already sold both sets. This was the first one that sold for $10 plus shipping, and I really hope somebody will enjoy it. They're vintage. just little Easter candles. They're not little. Actually, they're 10 inches. And they were new in the box. And packed those up. They went out yesterday, and then the last set sold today. And then we have a Sack Roots Bohemian zip-around clutch wallet. It has an elephant embroidered on the other side. I paid $3 for several new wallets at the Salvation Army half-price sale. So this one sold for $16.99 plus shipping. And then my very last item is this Bacilla needlepoint pillow kit. Comes with everything except for the pillow form. And needlepoint, cross stitch, all these kind of kits sell really well on eBay. So if you ever get the opportunity to get one that is new, it's sealed, all the needles and design and threads are all there, you should pick them up because there's a market for them on eBay. The one I sold before this was, I think, maybe 2 months ago. I paid $4 for it, and it sold for $60. So these things can be a real money maker if you're an eBay seller. So just be on the lookout. I just go over to the craft section, open some drawers, and see if there's any kind of these kits in there. I have several more to list, actually. So it was a good sale. Sold for $19.99 plus shipping. And that's it from me, guys. Those were my sales for March 1st through March 10th. I'm going to be doing haul videos, and I'm going to be doing what sold videos. And I hope you'll watch. I hope you'll subscribe. I hope you comment. And I wish you all a good night and peace. Bye-bye now.